Battle Roll Entertainment, and I am blessed and privileged to be with your girl, Dynasty. I'm Reginald, and I'm lucky she blessed us to have the interview with us today. How you doing?
Thank you for having me.
Okay. Now, I had a whole route I was going to go with this interview.
Okay.
And everything got detoured when you made an announcement this week regarding the album. And you signed with a certain label.
Yeah. I actually signed on to release my next album through Jakarta Records. It's a German-based label. And yeah, I'm really excited about it.
Now, the reason you picked that label as opposed to anyone else?
You know, not particularly. I like the fact that they are, when I say not particularly, I mean it's not like I was researching them and planning on it and that whole kind of thing. They actually reached out to me like 2 years ago, but nothing came from it at that time. And I happened to be on this tour in Germany at a hip-hop party, and I met an artist named Blitz the Ambassador who had released projects through his label. And he goes, oh, this is my friend, Yanis. And I'm like, how you doing? He goes, I actually hit you up like 2 years ago on Facebook. I'm with Jakarta Records. So it's really like a timing thing. You know what I mean? So I meet him, really, you hit me up. You know how it is. You don't remember who you spoke to 2 years ago.
It was a party, right?
Huh?
At a party, right?
Well, yeah, we were at a party.
Yeah,
at a party in Berlin.
Yeah.
And yeah, he came out to a couple of shows that I had out there, checked the music out. He liked it and said, you know, based on what I'm hearing and seeing, I would probably want to put your next project out. So that's how we connected, and I like his energy. I like the way he moves. Seems to be about his business, but also down to earth and cool. And I love just the idea of being with an indie label, an independent label who believes in the artist and the music, and not just, you know, this big agenda. You know, so.
Now they're based out in Germany, right?
They're based in Germany.
Now the tour in Germany. You just happened to meet the guy for 2 years. You guys did the tour in Germany. That's coming from the States to Germany.
From the States to Germany.
Now, was that your first time overseas?
It was.
Now, as far as culture shock, what was that like?
It was really cool and laid back in the cities that I visited. What was dope was that there was graffiti everywhere. Like people were like bombing office buildings and the trains in the middle of nowhere. I mean, the train stations in the middle of nowhere, and like everywhere you turn, there was graffiti. You could tell the hip hop culture is alive and well out there.
But you already had fans already waiting for you?
Well, I went to these shows and I'm starting my songs and people are singing with me, and that was just a beautiful thing. Like, I would love to sit here and be like, yeah, I knew that was gonna happen, but honestly, on the inside, I'm like, they know magnificent. No, but on the outside, I'm like, yeah, that's right. Say that song. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm playing it off. But it was an amazing experience to be in another country and, where English is, not the primary language, and have people,
well, that's my songs. What I want to ask you, man, because if you're overseas, they don't know the language.
Well, actually, like a lot of the younger people do speak English, but it's not like the primary language.
But they knew your lyrics.
But they knew the lyrics.
How'd that feel?
That was amazing. That was amazing. It's like surreal.
Now, I saw some of the pictures you put on Facebook. The crowd seemed like extreme, like large crowds.
Yeah, well, you know what? It was a mixture. So we did 7 shows. So the smallest show was probably close to 100 people. Then the next one was probably 200 to 300 people. But then we had one that was at least easy, a good 1,500 people. Then we did this show called No Stress Festival, like in the middle of the forest. And it was easily 2,000 to 3,000 people out there. Crazy. It's like a German Woodstock, It's like tents everywhere, and literally you drive through a field of flowers that are taller than you. They set up a stage out there, and it's this 3-day event with just a sea of people in front of you and up on the hills on the side. So it varies depending on the show. Now,
that was your personal tour, but you were out there hooking up with some classics, like you were Redman. Was it Sticky Fingers?
We did the Monster Rap show, so that was Redman, Master Ace, Onyx, Wordsworth, and R.A. the Rugged Man. And Slum Village.
And you hit it with everybody, like y'all hung out backstage?
Everybody was backstage. Redman was in his own backstage area. He was like the main headliner. So yeah, I kicked it with everybody. What's crazy is Ella J from Slum Village came to my room to get the iron. You know what I'm saying? The hotel had one iron, son. I'm I'm about to put my clothes under the mattress, like keep it, hood style, to try to get the wrinkles out. And dude who rolled with Master Ace came and he's like, nah, I got you. I'm gonna get you the iron. So he brings me the iron, and when I'm leaving, Illa J, for those who don't know, Jay Diller's brother in Slum Village, came and he's like, yo, I was wondering, can I get the iron? I'm like, yo, by the way, I'm Illa J. Hey, Dynasty, so it was cool that it was just like kind of like a close-knit event. Like everybody was interacting with each other.
So your first time meeting everybody?
My first time meeting everybody. I met Red once in passing when he performed at Janice Live in St. Pete. But this time was crazy because he saw Sandman. So Sandman's seen him a few times coming through Tampa.
So you recognize him?
Yeah. So he's like, who you here with? He's like, oh, I'm here with Dynasty. And his DJ, Red's DJ, is like tall chick, spits on these hard beats. You know what I'm saying? Like tall skinny chick spits on these hard beats, So Red's like, wait a minute, did she do a joint called Super Dynasty? Like I just heard that song yesterday. I got an email blast. I got an email, and I just heard that yesterday. Like, tell her to come over.
Yeah.
So I go over, and he tells me the same thing, and he's like, yo, that's nothing but God. That's crazy. I get this email yesterday. He's like, that's you? Like, that's you spitting Super Dynasty? Because what's all dirty.
Oh, I'm going there in a minute, but go ahead.
Here I am in my skinny jeans. You know what I'm saying? All little, like, yeah, that's me, And he just gave me some really dope words of wisdom and, really dropped some jewels and, just told me to keep doing what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So it was just like a classic moment.
There was like no crazy like rock star stuff behind scenes, like
no crazy rock star stuff behind scenes, just chilling and talking and building. So it was beautiful. Now on stage, have you seen the Redman show? That's a different story.
It's crazy.
He's crowd surfing, jumping off speakers, but yeah, it was an amazing experience.
Now, you had to go to the culture shock going from the States over to Germany. And speaking of culture shock, I know you come from Queens originally.
Yeah.
And you wound up down here in Tampa. Now, your DJ is Sandman. Sandman's from Tampa, so am I.
Yeah.
And I was wondering, what was it like coming from Queens to Tampa? I mean, you being a hip hop head, an artist coming from Queens to a slower city, smaller city, kind of.
Yeah.
How'd that feel when you first got down here? Was anything like kind of blow you away where you're like, I don't understand this?
Initially, I was like, yo, where's the hip hop? I just need, all I needed to do was find a banging open mic, and I found that. I found a few shows, connected with some people, and just started doing open mics, and then I was good. Once I found some spots to go rock at. Actually, it just took like a few months. And it's funny, the first one I went to was kind of light, and I remember Tampa hip hop when the site was like real popping at that time. And I went on there. I'm like, I found an open mic. Like it was alright. And Deacon, I didn't know Deacon.
Okay.
But you know how Deacon is.
Yeah.
Deacon's my boy. Shout out to Deacon,
wow.
I love him. But he saw my comments, so he's like, oh, glad you thought it was alright. You know what I mean? I'm like, what's this dude? And now he's like one of my homies. So it's just so crazy looking back how, things change. But honestly, I loved it. It was a change of pace. I moved to the weather. I visited in November for the first time. Got off the plane.
Was your family here or just out
I
the
didn't know
blue?
anybody. Well, actually, no. I have somebody here who I knew one person here, but I didn't really have like a relationship with them. Like I didn't really hang out with them a lot or anything like that. So I just packed up and moved. I came. It was nice. It was beautiful.
Now, the thing is, you got down here and your DJ is saying that.
Yeah.
Tampa legend down here. How did you guys link up in the first place?
I linked with Sandman when I opened for Little Brother at Crowbar. Nobody really knew who I was. I was just kind of doing open mics, And Concept actually had, I guess he saw me somewhere, and somebody was looking for a chick for the bill. They had guys, they had Lost, Motown Pride, and they wanted a female on the bill. And Concept recommended me, and a young lady named Lillian booked me for the event. So they didn't know who I was. And I came out, and it was a banging show, and Deacon came out on stage with a towel, like fanning me. And after the show, Sandman will tell you, he was like, who is this? He's like, who is this shit? And we got together, he said, yo, let's just do some shows. Like, let's just see what happens.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Let's just rock.
Like I was saying before, you guys are one of the few hip-hop acts where it's actually an MC, DJ, like a combination, like back in the day.
Yeah. I mean, it's not so much like I rep my DJ.
Yeah.
He's dope. I know I got a dope DJ. We work so well together, but it's not like like an act per se. It's not like a group. You know what I mean? Like I'm a solo artist, but I rep, like a lot of solo artists don't represent their DJs though like that. You know? So I'm gonna shout them out here and there, but I mean, I acknowledge that when I linked with Sandman in, gosh, it was like 2008.
Yeah.
That I just wanted to show up at open mics and rhyme and flex on some people and go home. I wasn't trying to write an album.
Yeah.
I wasn't taking it that seriously because I was jaded. I've been doing this since a little kid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This has been my dream since 12 years old. But at some point along the line, I got kind of jaded when I was in New York and, they're not checking for my type of music, whatever, and I stopped doing it for a little bit. So when I came down here and I started up again and then I linked with Sandman and that Little Brother show changed me. Like when I did that Little Brother show, when I saw the energy and the hands up, I'm like, yo, this is what I'm supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
And then afterwards we had a conversation. He's like, yo, let's just do some shows. So he got me on opening for Wu-Tang and then KRS.
Yeah.
And
Kane. Yeah.
Like a good.
I know more than you.
Yeah, my memory. Just so much going on right now. Like a lot of really dope hip hop shows that just kind of brought that love back, like, kind of resuscitated it.
Yeah, I saw the video of you backstage spitting for Kane.
Yeah. Backstage spitting for Kane, open for KRS, then he comes out and he's like, yo, Dynasty, you want some of this? Come out here. Puts me on the spot, calls me on the stage. Then when I finish, he's like, this is a real MC.
Yeah. How'd that feel?
That felt crazy. Like every show has its moment. Like rocking with for the Wu-Tang crowd. The Wu-Tang crowd don't play. And the act before me, they started going Wu-Tang, Wu-Tang while the dude was performing. I'm like, damn. So I came out on stage. I'm like, yo, what up, y'all? I need y'all to do me a favor. Let me hear you say Wu-Tang, Wu-Tang. So everybody started doing it. I'm like, good. I'm glad y'all got that out your system because I saw what you did to the last act. Now let's go. And they were like, okay, I did. And it was smooth sailing, you know what I'm saying? So, working with him through those shows, we really built like a good relationship, So, like he's a DJ on his own right, his own thing. He's ill,
yeah.
And I'm an MC, solo artist in my own right, but we work real well together when we come together. So, I'm grateful for him. It's a dope connection.
Now let's talk about the album.
Yeah.
I gotta do a comparison. Now you have the Love EP.
Yeah.
It's love. I mean, it's laid back, talking about relationships. I don't know who you were referring to in some of the songs. Hopefully it was me. I don't know.
Somebody told you?
Nah,
I can't keep a secret,
I
man.
could dream pusher. But on the new singles, when you did the song with Talib, Stay Shining, which I love every line of that song, and you did Super Dynasty.
Yeah.
You seem to be coming across a lot more aggressive. Now, is that on purpose, or just a 1 month where you're just the writing mode, where you're just like this?
Nah, it's just what comes to me at the time. You know what I mean? Like the Love EP we just got, it focused on the love for the music, love for your family, love for people. That's where I was. You know what I mean? At that particular time, that's what I wanted to put out. But remember, before that, you had Epic Dynasty. You know what I'm saying? You had my joint with Tech from Smith & Wesson, Get Down, so you had the gritty stuff, so it's in me. But I sound mad.
Yeah, you sound like somebody got you upset. I'm not hating on it though.
It's not, maybe it is a little pent up aggression, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I'm looking at, what people are checking for right now and what's being pushed, music wise, what the industry is pushing. And I'm like, really?
Yeah.
Like, this is what's hot, and this is what's hot right now. Drugs,
that was hot in the street.
Popping mollies. Like, this is what's hot in the street.
Yeah.
This is what everybody has to say now because one rapper came out and made it hot. Like, sheep. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it is a little frustrating to see, like, somebody who's either whack or...
Are you calling somebody whack?
Yeah, some people are out or just really not hot. And,
you want to name names?
Nah.
Okay.
I mean, if you listen, well, to each his own, you know what I mean? But, and it's not necessarily the type of rap that I'm saying is whack. Because I'll bump some, I can't even think of anything right now, but I'll bump some what somebody else might consider some ignorant music.
No, I've seen you at, I think the As One Award show, and I forgot what artist it was. And you were right in the front row, and I'm like, it would be considered quote unquote ratchet.
Yeah.
But you were still, and I'm like,
I mean, I'm still a chick. I still dance around the house. All that. You know what I mean? Like, yo, son, I'm from Queens. You know what I mean? Like, I got a little of that in me.
Yeah.
You know, but that can't be all there is.
Exactly.
There has to be balance. You know what I'm saying? And I think it frustrates me that there's no balance in the mainstream. You know what I mean? And we got our kids being affected and impacted by what they're hearing and what they're seeing on the television. And then people want to be like, the babies are killing each other in Chicago. This is happening. Our young men are getting gunned down. Well, look what you pushing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, that frustrates me. And people think like if you're positive or if you're not about that life, that you gotta be whack. Nah, son. So I come hard on these tracks and I kill these tracks with utmost humility. To let people know, like, son, I can get on here and represent something different, but I still body an MC. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't get it twisted.
Oh, okay, you want to go there with it?
I still body
All right,
an
so
MC.
so right now, if some MC, male or female, just came out the blue and just did a Diss Dynasty track.
Nobody's gonna do a Diss Dynasty track, son.
I mean, I hope they wouldn't, but I'm saying, what would be the repercussions if they did?
I mean, I don't really, like I said on Epic Dynasty, I'm nothing like these other broads quick to get naked and trying to get hot off of this record. Like, this record, that's not really my thing. So, I mean, if they did that, it would probably fall on deaf ears. There might be a little bit of controversy, but I don't really have time for that. I'm focused on higher stuff.
I'm going to make you respond to it. I'm going to make you respond to it.
I don't gotta worry about that kind of stuff.
Okay.
It just goes back and forth, and what's the point? I'd rather just make banging records, dope quality music, show up and give people a banging show.
Yeah.
And really, I mean, somebody could always find a reason to hate, but at the end of the day, I'm doing my thing musically, I'm doing my thing in the community, you know what I'm saying? So you coming for me, like, for what?
Yeah, so I hate you, that's all it is.
For what?
No,
but I haven't experienced that yet. So.
I mentioned to you before, as far as music being a little bit more aggressive to my ears. Is that what to expect from the album? More aggressive than Love EP?
Yeah, the album I would say is like we got a few joints that touch on love and that kind of thing, but it's definitely, I would say it's a hip hop soul album.
Yeah.
I got a couple of those bangers, the Stay Shinings, the Super Dynasties. I got some of that. I got some real soulful stuff. I got some thought-provoking stuff. That make you just want to chill, vibe, and listen to it.
And I heard some before we got here, so I'm lucky on that one.
Yeah,
Not tell nobody nothing.
You got to hear the little
and the video, too.
Yeah.
Now the producer, I know you have Jinx and Wally Clark on y'all.
I got James, Wally Clark. I got a dude in DC named Yazoo who just sent me an email. And people think, I'll be asking for beats and people email my beats.
Yeah.
Just in case people think I don't reply, I do reply because I get a lot and I write to what hits me.
Yeah.
So I got a dude from DC named Yazoo. I got a dude from Romania named Fane. Hit me up on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy. And I'll let the cat out the bag. I got another Primo joint on there. Work well together, so I'm very grateful and excited about that to be, working with the legendary DJ Premier.
So what's going to be the first release of the album, first single?
Well, we've already, Stay Shining is on the album.
Yeah.
So we put that out in the beginning of the year. Super Dynasty is on the album.
Yeah.
So that's what we're pushing right now. Right now we're pushing Super Dynasty. We shot a video for that in Berlin, in Germany, and so that'll be out soon. So.
Now when's it dropping, the album?
I don't have my exact date yet, but it'll be out this summer.
Okay.
Because the thing is, it was supposed to drop on June 15th, but I connected with this label, with Jakarta, and so now there's, a whole bunch of things that come into play with that, so we have to push it back. There's promotion, there's distribution that has to be set up. And just for clarity, we're doing an album deal. It's not so much like I'm signed to the label to put out this album with them, and we have a relationship, but
it's more on a distribution level?
It's distribution, licensing, that kind of thing, So.
All right.
So it is signing, but it's not the typical record, the old school record deal that some people might be thinking of.
All right.
Yeah.
So we're actually almost finished here. What I really want to get back into real quick before we wrap everything up is you mentioned earlier about what the kids listening to on the radio and how they're being influenced. The parents are all like in a shock and horror. Yeah. And
why would he do that?
Yeah. And you have the brand of the Dream Pusher.
Yeah.
Okay. Which I think is a very positive image. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah. Dream Pusher, that was actually the name of my first mixtape, but it's really like a way of life, you know what I'm saying? So I'm out here encouraging everybody from the babies to the grown folk, you know what I'm saying, and keep pushing for your dreams, you know what I'm saying, and even if nobody else believes in what you're doing, you gotta believe it and keep going forward, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I've been in this for a long time. Before I came to Tampa, you know, I've been doing this for a minute, you know, and you know, things are finally starting to come together at this point. Last year I was ready to walk away. I was frustrated. Nothing was happening, but I gotta remember, how am I out here going to these youth programs telling these girls, keep pushing for your dreams, and I'm sitting here ready to pack it up. And I kept going, and I had some good people in my ear pushing me forward, and look what's happening this year. Like, what a difference a year makes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the brand, pushing it hard, and yeah, actually we'll be, I'll let something else out the bag. I'll be launching, not a line, I'm not a designer, I'm not launching a clothing line, but right now I have the t-shirts available on an Etsy page. It's more of a hobby, but I'm partnering with my boy Matt from Hate My Hustle, and we're gonna be doing, like,
you did a promo video, I think, right?
You probably see me promoting him with the shirts that he does. He does my Judy Pusher shirts, my Stay Shining shirts. So we're actually gonna get together and make it a little more official.
Okay.
So look for that coming later this summer as well. We're making it happen. People gotta see it, and you'll rock. If you're about your dream, rock it. Let people know. Put that shirt on. Let people know who they dealing with when you walk through the door. You know what I'm saying? So that's what that is.
Well, I want to thank you.
Thank you.
And before you leave, I got something for you. It's a Battle Royal interview. So I got a t-shirt for you. Right here. Rock it. But that's all yours, and I want to thank you again for coming out. And I got the exclusive on the music video and exclusive on some of the tracks from the album. So I can't wait for it. So I want to thank Mico, Meaty over here, Brandon, Watertag, and everybody else. And of course, your girl, Dynasty. I'm Mr. Gray. Hit me up on Twitter. If you want to check out Battle Royal Entertainment, the link is going to be inside the description box. And also hit up Miss Battle Royale. She's CEO of Battle Royal Entertainment. Make sure y'all keep in touch. Again, it's Dynasty, aka Your Girl DY. The website, Your Girl DY. Twitter, Your Girl Dynasty. Facebook, Your Girl Dynasty. Instagram, I'm just playing. And my number is 917. I'm just playing. Stay in touch. The phone number. Get the phone number.
One life to live.